You know, D, I love hearing that music every Thursday, dog, or whenever we decide to
Mhm.
hop on. I love hearing that music because you know what that means? Time for a brand new episode of the 2DopeMarks podcast. Your home of Gold Grill Wrestling. As you can see with the shirt, if I raise it up, real 2DopeMarks here. You see D rocking Randall Cunningham, typically have
Y-
on some 2DopeMarks merch, but
Yeah, I
on
got a
this
new shirt, so I had to wear it.
yeah. I mean, again, shout out to the Ultimate Weapon, man. Shout out to the Ultimate Weapon. We got to, respect the legends around here. You feel me? You feel me? Um, doing the show a little wounded, little wounded. Uh, I'll probably get into details about it. Not this episode, but probably next week. Um, or so. But again, we appreciate you coming through. People slowly coming in because again, it's a live show on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, and we are here to provide Go Girl Wrestling. What's Go Girl Wrestling? That is two dudes who you know and love, talking shit, giving their critiques, giving their breakdowns of the things going on in this beautiful, crazy world of pro wrestling as only they know how to. Again, that's D on my right. I'm Brando. Subscribe to the pod wherever you get your favorite podcast. Follow the pod on YouTube at 2DopeMarks. We keep crossing thresholds every single episode. Follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks. And yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. I would say it's a lot of shit that happened in pro wrestling this week. And heck, something happened in pro wrestling just a few moments before we even hopped on air. Also, shout out to National Comic Book Day. As you
Yeah,
can
man.
see, Batman is over my shoulder,
Mm,
and the Punisher is on that man's arm.
yeah,
So if you're going to say, "Oh, y'all," I must say, y'all hilariously a little geeky with this. Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
So, D,
Mm,
before we fully get started, and you let me know about a whole bunch of shit that's happening in pro wrestling.
mm-hmm.
We got some news just before we hopped on from the phenomenal one AJ Styles himself. To wit, he did an interview with Tokyo Sports and confirmed that in 2026, the phenomenal one is hanging up his boots. I will read the quote here and also present it to the people. This was aggregated from Wrestle Purists. AJ Styles says he will retire in 2026, will likely be working in WWE afterwards. Quote, I'll probably be at WrestleMania next April in Las Vegas, but that's not locked in. The details aren't decided yet, but there's no doubt I'll retire sometime next year. I don't want the fans to see me as anyone other than AJ Styles. That's the biggest reason. Before my body stops working, I've decided to retire. I haven't figured out yet well, what he'll do after wrestling, but most likely I'll be working in WWE. Maybe I'll help develop young talents to the main roster stars, but I don't know for sure yet. And that is from AJ Styles. A couple weeks ago, when he delivered that maybe somebody doesn't want me here promo, we gave him his flowers
Yeah,
because we're talking about somebody who is a surefire, no doubt Hall of Famer. We are talking about somebody who is quite possibly one of the best Royal Rumble debuts ever.
mm-hmm.
We're talking somebody who pretty much brought in a lot of people over to not just TNA when they were doing weekly pay-per-views, but also New Japan Pro Wrestling at the height of the Bullet Club. I'm talking somebody who is an inventor, so to speak. The Pele kick, Styles Clash, the 450 splash, springboard 450 flash. I might
Mm-hmm.
add. As we saw at WrestlePalooza, the spiral tap.
Yeah, I ain't seen him do the spiral tap since New Japan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we get John Cena retiring in 2025, get Hiroshi Tanahashi retiring in 2025. Now we getting our the dear AJ Styles retiring in 2026. D, your thoughts upon hearing the news that the phenomenal one, aka soccer mom, as my homie Young C would say, is hanging him up.
Uh, Long career. Um, there is no Will Ospreay without AJ Styles. There is no Kenny Omega without AJ Styles. And that's just my opinion. Um, if you ask me, probably 2018, 2019, who was the GOAT? I wouldn't have said it was Cena. I wouldn't have said it was Jericho. I would have said it was AJ Styles. If you look at the
Mm,
body, um, one of the only Americans to hold the New Japan, the IWGP title. Um, he X Division champion, TNA champion, uh, WWE champion.
mm-hmm.
Like goes on, and it's like the career speaks for itself. Body of work. Um, just watching his style. Another one. I don't think there's no Seth Rollins without AJ Styles. You could show
Mm.
strength and you could show athleticism as well. So well deserved. Go chill with your boys. Go chill with your sons, Uncle Allen.
Yep. Uncle Allen has put in the work. He has been an inventor. And if he is going to change, the future of some professional wrestler down the PC to get them to become main roster stars, then I can't think of two coaches you can have that are better than Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles in your corner.
Yeah.
Like,
Um, I would love to see. You know who I would love to see him work with?
who?
Javon Evans.
I mean, because Javon is not he's not your typical
Right.
cruiserweight, if you will, because
Right.
he is tall, he is
Hmm.
lanky,
Hmm.
and he is bouncy.
So a lot of people seen AJ when he was in TNA, and he did a lot of high flying things. But then as he got older, um, more so, going into New Japan. Actually, no. Let's go the TNA Aces and Eights. You saw AJ start to change his body,
Hmm.
to getting a little bigger or
Hmm.
whatever, and you see him more not doing the spiral tap no more, not as much doing the springboard 450s, just doing more mat work. And so fast forward, you see him in New Japan, Ring of Honor, Bullet Club, WWE. I would also like to see him work with Carmelo Hayes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I'm trying to think. Did they ever get a redo on their match after AJ got
I
injured?
don't think I don't think so.
Mm, that's something they're gonna definitely have to run back, man. But no,
Yeah.
no. Salute to AJ Styles, a phenomenal one for more than 20 years, like 25 years of just sheer brilliance inside that ring. Sheer brilliance inside that ring. This is Brando, this is D, this is these are the 2DopeMarks. Jam-packed show tonight. Jam-packed show. We'll get into one of our media big brothers basically pissing off the entire one side of the entire wrestling world with
Good
his
for him.
with his opinion. We do have the PWI 500 that dropped. Also, we have a very special chat with the one, the only, the inaugural, the forever Ashe Women's World Champion Charity King. We get into, hey, I guess we predicted NXT was gonna get invaded by TNA. Don't get into No
Yeah.
Mercy. We're gonna get into Tony Khan's latest big announcement, which are women's tag titles. And of course, we're gonna get into hater/hero of the week. But first, WrestlePalooza was Saturday. Um, put on by ESPN. It was the very first ESPN WWE PLE. It felt like it got announced strictly because ESPN wanted to fulfill the little jump of having their brand new ESPN Unlimited app.
Hmm.
And could you say this card was overpromised in so many ways in the hype and the build up for it, but it came off in the execution as another PLE that is not the Big Five? Like this wasn't like a Rumble. This wasn't even like a SummerSlam or a Survivor Series.
It was based off the names. Anytime you have AJ Lee returning to tag team with her husband against, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, and then that
Hmm.
doing that, Jay Uso damn near knocking himself out. Um,
Yeah, he did. That boy did slice himself open. That was
yeah, I mean, I predicted it. I mean, I kind of figured out what it was. I mean, it was more based off of names. It was like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, we got this person. Come on and watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This wasn't the quality of a SummerSlam. This wasn't the quality of a War Games. This is the quality of
And
me playing you and Madden right now. Something like that. I mean, just saying.
I
Nobody wants to
mean,
really watch it, but it's might be entertaining here and
it
there.
might be. It dead as might be. Or me versus you in WWE 2K,
That's fair.
which we know it
That's
will
fair.
be entertaining because we remember our battles at WrestleMania 40 in Philly last year.
You ain't beat my ass, dog.
I didn't say I did. I just said the match was entertaining. All right, that's all I said. All I said was the match was entertaining. But
Shout out to your nephew for kicking your ass though.
he ain't beat me in NCAA, dog. He ain't beat me in NCAA, and he did not beat me racing.
He beat you in WWE. I
Oh
was talking
no,
about
oh
me.
no. Oh, Meech, yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. He did, yeah, he did
yeah.
do that. I did get
Smoked you like a motherfucking pack of cools.
like good brisket. Point is, even though WrestlePalooza happened, it existed. John Cena got beat up in front of kids, so that's a moment. Stephanie
What was
McMahon,
up? What was up with that?
uh, I don't know. Look, the point is that we've gotten so many different reports about planned ideas, what could have happened, Cena went going over Brock, and the fact that now it's just going to be a one-off. I guess it's like, huh? And then Cena alluded to in the process while trying to pitch this whole Cena versus AJ Styles match and for Crown Jewel Perth that he doesn't pick the opponents. And I'm like, if you don't pick the opponents, then what the hell is the heel turn?
I don't fucking.
Okay. If effectively you brought Brock Lesnar in to maul John Cena in front of kids to get that sort of a moment to try and relive the energy behind SummerSlam 20, was that 14 or 20? Yeah, SummerSlam 2014. SummerSlam
Don't ask
2014.
me.
No, I got it. I have to think about it. SummerSlam 2014, in which it was the most extended squash match for a WWE title.
Was
Um,
that one? No, that wasn't that. Okay, never mind.
no. So effectively, if you want to do that, then cool. But oh, hey, mate.
What
So
up, though?
so the plausible thought I have here is like, okay, you wanted a moment, but the moment fell flat. The PLE as a in totality, it was all right. I
Ass.
mean, well, I will call it all right. You will call it ass. I will say that, like everyone, the best match of the night was Stephanie Vacquier versus Io Sky for the women's world
Yeah,
title,
yeah, I can
which
agree with that.
shocked to Stephanie Vacquier. But Monday morning, our dear big brother Andreas Hale revealed his thoughts on it. And buddy, I don't think I've seen people more upset at a review since the heyday of Double XL and the Source.
Wow.
That's how wild people was getting about this. Basically saying, "Wow, how can ESPN be critical of their new partner?" Guys, and this ain't even peeling back the curtain. This is stating facts. Even though I used to work there, stating facts here. They also happen to be partners with the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what else they do? They grade the fights. They also were partners with Top Rank Boxing. Guess what they also did? They graded the fights. It is how you keep the journalistic arm of ESPN completely separate from the production arm of ESPN. Now, if you're going to say that the review was harsh only because, hey, this is the WWE's new partner, why would they do something like that? Well, maybe that's because even if you have new partners, they can grade you fairly
That's
because
accountability. If that shit is ass,
that's
that
one
shit
thing.
is ass.
That's one thing. It's definitely accountability because if you're gonna hype this up as you ain't seen nothing yet, boom, boom, blam, blam, coming off a SummerSlam that had a shock moment with Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar coming back, then yeah, I would say that. I would say that even if, and I will bring this up from, let's see, good old Corey Hayes, a body slam, because even he was like, wait a second, like why would there be weird things going on in the building? Like again, shouldn't they just be very proper?
ESPN is the worldwide, whatever y'all say, that shit in
The
sports,
worldwide leader in
whatever.
sports.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, so they have the right to, if they show Monday Night Football, right, and they
Mhm.
put on, I don't fucking know, the Saints against, I don't know, the Cowboys, and that
I
shit
was
is,
gonna say Saints versus Texans.
yeah. Well, I wasn't gonna do that, but
No,
yeah. But
again, we 0-3, they 0-3. That's what's gonna be.
yeah, I just feel like ESPN has the right, regardless if they have the right to be. They've been putting their opinion out there for a long time. Like they've been saying that certain things, regardless of where the show's at, if it's on ESPN, they have the right to say it's ass. Like let
I
it be
mean,
ass, and that's
I
okay.
mean, again, do we not? Again, do not people not watch their number one main morning show, First Take, for Stephen A. Smith to call the Cowboys as
Thank you, thank
every
you,
situation from Sunday?
thank you.
And
Is the word that we use, is this tribalism? I mean, I ain't feeling
yes,
childish, but
this is
you know,
it is childish and it's tribalism.
yeah,
And this
yeah,
is what I
like
feared when the WWE said, "Hey, let's make pro wrestling extra mainstream." This is what comes with it. Hey,
yeah,
you got to be accountable. If you're gonna give a product that somebody feels isn't up to snuff, then that is not upon the reviewer. That's
right,
upon you. And as a traveling show, you're you're effectively a traveling troupe. This is theater. You have one shitty show. You had one bad night. All right, cool. Guess what? What's the next PLE? Crown Jewel Perth? Guess what
yeah,
that's on? ESPN Unlimited. Guess
yeah.
what?
There you
It's
go.
gonna get reviewed. Guess what? It's on you to deliver a banger.
Either that
Not
thing
everything
gonna
is gonna be
say
hype.
either they gonna say that joint was alright, or they gonna say that shit was ass.
And also, one more thing. Saying something is mid or I, it's not slamming it. It's not
No, it's
trashing
not.
it. It's just saying, hey, it's all right. It's good 3 stars. It is what it is,
It's
dog.
it's not full ass. There you go.
Exactly. It's I
It's
was gonna
not.
say something.
It's just alright.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, basically it's not Rosie Perez in Do the Right Thing. It's not J Lo Circa 2000. It's not Buffy the Body. It's not Katoy Johnson. It's not um Esther Baxter. It is not.
What's
I'm
my
going
girl
through
from
Rolodex.
What's my girl from Magic City, the documentary
Oh, oh,
that was in a
oh,
Nelly
oh,
video?
oh. Yes, it ain't white
Yeah,
chocolate. It ain't
yeah,
Paula
yeah,
Fasson.
yeah.
It
It's not
ain't
her. Nah,
it,
it
it,
ain't
it
her
ain't
at
Meg The
all.
Stallion. It
No,
ain't Cardi B.
no.
It ain't Lotto. It's just it's Taylor Swift. It's long back attack. Shout out to Me Shin.
The long backer.
Just saying. And guess
Man,
what?
it's
It's
okay for
cool.
criticism, man.
It's
It's not
cool.
wrong with that
Guess
shit.
what? Guess what? You're just mad that somebody didn't decide to just pull up to your job and give you a TRP report. What happened to our New Orleans constituent Jermaine pulling up? Appreciate you. You just mad. You would be mad. You feel a type of way if somebody pulled up to your job and said, "Hey, dog, the performance is it's a little shaky. It's a little shaky." Now I see how people be acting in them 90-day reviews and them one-on-ones. They be lying. They be
Yeah,
lying, sugarcoating shit.
I be having to do them motherfuckers. Motherfuckers be mad as shit.
Craziness. So yes, the critiques are fair. You do it all the time on your particular podcast, on your Twitter account, on your Facebook account, in your group chats.
Yeah.
I got a tweet.
Oh Lord.
I gotta read this tweet. I probably got it from my man Hernay. I'm pretty sure. Yep, long back attacker is crazy. That's what he said.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I told you going into this, I was gonna be on one today. I was gonna be on
You
one today.
did, so look,
I
I'm the one
did. I
drinking.
did.
And I'm the one
Exactly.
fucking drinking. That's
Straight up.
that says that
Straight. Look, straight agua, straight water.
Crown Peach.
Amen. Amen. So
Breakfast of
yeah.
Champions.
So yes, the critiques are fair in the same way that we knew that come Tuesday it was going to be even more chaos because Pro Wrestling Illustrated released their annual 500 best 500 wrestlers in the world list. We will give the top 10 real quick, fast, in a hurry because we know some of the homies are on the list. Shout out Darius Carter with the angel number 1199.
Yeah.
1999. Shout out to Outcast. But here we go. I will list them. I'll look 10 to 1 backwards. Number 10, Will Ospreay. Number 9, Mystico. Number 8, Mystico, not Mystical. Not
You did say that though.
Nah, I said Mystico. This ain't the man right here. This ain't Mr. Shake Your Ass. It's just Mystico. Seth Rollins at number 8. Old Buddy. And if you watch the show, you know who we refer to when we say Old Buddy at number 7. Jey Uso is at number 6. Mr. E Honda himself, Hiroki Goto at number 5. Hangman Adam Page at number 4. The Ring General Gunta at number 3. John Moxley at number 2. And the third man to ever be, well, either third or fourth man to ever be back-to-back number 1 on the PWI 500, Cody Rhodes. Now, out of that top 10, do you think they got it right? Mind you, this is literally in kayfabe. This ain't like backstage politics, no shit like that. This is literally in kayfabe.
I'm putting number 14. I'm swapping number 14 with number 9.
Oh.
I'm swapping over with Mystico.
Okay.
That's the only one I would put in the top 10. Nobody else. I think everybody else, even nobody, has deserved their spot. I've gone through it to see, this, that, and the other, but it's a couple people that I would have put higher that I think deserved. But I feel like if it's 500 wrestlers, like I don't know all 500 to be honest with you.
Right. Like there are some you're gonna be like, oh, word, okay.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss a few, right? I will say Penta being at 45. All right, I can see it. MJF.
Hey, shout out. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, no, MJF being at 30. Interesting. I do have a slight bone to pick here. I would say number 25.
Okay.
Does not need to be number 25.
So here's my thing. Number 25, and don't get me wrong, I love Alley Catch, but because they wrestled men, is that why they're on the PW 500?
That is the only reason I can see why they would be on that list.
Okay.
The only reason. By the way, and this is no disrespect. No disrespect is intended in this, right? Somebody, I don't know if it was real or not, because I'm going through this list and I don't see his name. So somebody had Jelly Roll in the PWI 500 and also said that the PWI had never watched a match of his. They didn't watch his match at SummerSlam. And that's what the image was floating around social media. So here's the thing. Jelly Roll is not in the PWI 500, guys. He's not.
Thank God.
He's not
in the PWI 500. He can be in the little Debbie 500. That's it.
He's not in the PWI 500. He's not in any. There's no. By the way, also people falling for bullshit. When I say full on bullshit, that's why I say full shit. Whoever decided to share a fake grade for Raw and attribute it to ESPN, saying they also graded that, they don't grade Raws, dog. They just stick to PLEs.
Hey man,
they used to.
Stupid. You can't.
They used to grade. They used to grade Raws back when Brian Campbell and Peter Rosenberg were the main two arms.
Who the fuck got that much time to grade Raw every Monday? It's so much wrestling on right now.
Yeah, again, and if you're a fan of it all, like we're a fan of it all, some you're gonna miss. You want to catch on the next day.
I be trying.
As our boy Seahawk used to say, I'm gonna watch this show the next day because your boy be tired.
Absolutely.
So that is why. Once you
But
realize that, hey, 25, 25, I'm like, all right. I mean, the top 10 is the top 10.
right.
Most of which is based upon where they title list in the respective companies, right? Well, the
Mhm.
top companies. So Cody Rhodes being number one isn't a shock because the only times we've seen Cody lose all year was at WrestleMania.
Yep. Deserved.
Moxley, only time we actually saw him lose with the Death Riders actually take a
Was
bit of a
against Hangman.
downfall was All In, right?
Yeah.
Gunther was World Heavyweight Champion all the way to Mania and then got it back maybe 40 days later, 50 days later.
But he lost a
Hangman
couple
Adam
times.
Page, yeah, Hangman Adam Page is the heart of the company. Goto
Mhm.
and Zack Sabre Jr. carried New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Jey Uso was the biggest babyface in the WWE, not named Cody Rhodes.
Mhm.
What I said about number 4, I can say again about number 7, and number 8 is, you know,
I
one
think
of them
he
ones.
I think he number 8 is what Hangman is to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
They call Cody the quarterback. I call Seth the heart of WWE. Just to be fair.
Absolutely. I agree. Because again, you see how he has a hand in all this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
All this shit.
He's been around everything. He's been in bloodline shit. He's been in
Mm-hmm.
shit with Jey Uso. He's been in
Mm-hmm.
shit with CM Punk. He's been in shit with everybody. He like that
Yes,
nosy
indeed.
ass neighbor that live across the street.
Are you calling him Winston from Winston from Full House?
No, I'm
Oh,
calling him.
Wilson. His
Remember?
name's Wilson.
Nah, remember Kim Wayne's and I Live
Oh,
in
I want
Color
to
when
gossip.
she
She
was
ain't heard that one from me.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember.
That's
I remember.
that's Seth Rollins. Yeah, that's that man.
I mean, they got similar fashions if you think about it. Shout out to King Troy on that one. But
Yeah. For real. I'm looking at a list. Shout out to Suge D at 74, man.
mm-hmm.
Uh, Carmelo Hayes at 95. Yeah, man, like the Reese at 117, 117.
Mm-hmm.
My man
Leon
AJ
Slater at
Francis.
53.
Yeah. AJ Francis at 157. Kevin Knight at 159.
Michael Oku at 64. Kevin Knight
Yeah.
159. Ricky Saints at 7. Ricky Saints and Suge D being back to back at 73 and 74 is
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's some heat.
Yeah.
Lee Moriarty, who challenged Hangman Adam Page for the world title last night, is 84.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else we got here.
198, our truth.
199.
The
Darius
man.
Carter.
The man.
The All Father himself. The All Father himself.
Hey,
Speaking of
277.
champions, who
Oh,
277?
Mr. Broner. I'm
Yes.
not talking about
Big,
Adrian.
no, big bad Isaiah Broner. Speaking of Ashe, since you teed it up, we had the privilege and honor of chatting with Charity King earlier this week. So we are going to take a break from this side and bring you that full interview. And you enjoy all of our reactions and conversations, talking a little Texas wrestling, a little reaction to winning the title at Ashe, or dream opponents, so on and so forth. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer. One of the opponents she mentioned with glee before certain news came out about that opponent earlier this week. So just saying it like that. That particular situation that we're referring to is an ongoing investigation. We're not going to comment on that. But till then, here is our conversation with the one and only Charity King. And we are going to take a brief pause and come back with more heat because we still got more shit to talk about. Welcome to 2DopeMarks. I'm Brando. That's D. Your home for Go Grill Wrestling. Real Southern things, because we have a king in the building. We have a former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion. We have a new Texas Pro Wrestling legend because she been putting down work down there. You know what I mean? You feel me? And we have the one, the only, the inaugural, the first, the forever Ashe Women's Champion. Miss Charity King is with us in the building, coming live from Houston, Texas, if you will.
That introduction is crazy. Thanks, y'all.
No, thank you for joining us. D, I ask this often for a lot of our guests, and also for me personally, because it's one of those situations where it's like, hey, pro wrestling comes to people in weird stages of life.
Mm-hmm.
Like for D and myself, it came when we were younger. And for other people, it might be, hey, I caught Monday Night Raw in 2006, and I saw Lita and Trish Stratus, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do that. So, Miss King, my first question to you is simple. When did you fall in love with pro wrestling?
I think my first memories of wrestling were on the couch with my brother and my mom watching it. I think at that point I was just watching it because my brother was into it. And then I remember, I think I saw Chyna kind of for the first time. And this was when she was managing, I think it was Triple H, but this was during his like British guy era. So old back in the day, Triple H. And so I just remember she wasn't really talking. She would just come out and kind of put hands on girls and leave and that kind of thing. And I just remember being like, okay, so maybe this might be interesting. And then I kind of kept watching because of her, because she was so different from the girls who were wrestling back then. And for the most part, they were mostly managers. And she was even different from the managers too. And then I think I didn't start to really feel like I could also be a wrestler until I saw Jazz. When Jazz debuted, I knew from that moment I wanted to be a pro wrestler. She looked like me. She looked like the girls or the women who were in the neighborhood. It just felt like this is possible. I don't know how it's possible, but I want to be just like her. I wanted to be just like Jazz. So Jazz was the person who made me want to be a pro wrestler. And then Chyna was someone who made me watch it out of my own interest instead of out of my family's interest. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love that for you. So with her being the one that, gave you the title initially, we as wrestling fans, we love to watch the reactions from our stuff. On YouTube all the time, they have like the reactions from this person winning the title, this person winning the title. But the question I have for you, because I'm never gonna know this, B's never gonna know this. What was your initial reaction when you won the title, when you got that 1, 2, 3?
I was shocked, to be honest. I think people have already kind of talked about it and like done their little kind of interviews on it. And I didn't know I was winning until the 1, 2, 3 happened. And I looked up and I was like, oh shit, like was the match fucked up? I was kind of looking around like what's happening here? Like but it was just so like it's truly my first singles title. And so to win it here at a company that has believed in me for a very long time. I remember when Darius first talked about how he was going to come up with this show, Ashe, and I think I was still on probably injury. I tore my ACL at the time. This was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was 2 years before he had already had the first show. And I didn't really take it seriously because Black folks, we always want to start from,
Right.
we don't do it. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. All right, now, okay, I see you. All right. And I just kind of left it at that. I was like, Black people, right? We always want to start some.
Yeah.
And then come around, he's actually having the first show. And for him to think about me and, for Kiera to also join in and say, yes, I want her in a match with me. I mean, at that point, I was just managing Danny B. my tag partner. I think I was just managing her in her singles matches, because I wrestled for a little bit, had my debut match, maybe had 10 matches later, and got injured, came back, tried to wrestle a bit, and then things just kind of slowed down. And so for him to still be like, nah, it's still charity. I still want charity. And on top of that, for Kiera to also be like, cool, let's try it out. Let's do it. And so for it to be full circle, where here I am now being a champion there. And then Jazz has been in so many of my big moments in wrestling. It's weird for me. The inner child in me is so ecstatic, because this is someone who I wanted to be like, and she got me the job for NWA. She is now also handing me my first singles belt. So I'm just like, Jazz being in all my big moments, I'm like, ah. So I was just so humbled and so grateful, and also very determined to prove everyone wrong. I don't know who I need to prove wrong, but if they out there, I'm honestly ready to prove them wrong and prove myself right as well, and prove that I can be this huge champion and carry the belt with so much honor and respect, and make it important.
Yeah, the funny thing about it is that when you're the first, like, all eyes are not only immediately on you, but then you have to set a path. Like, this can't be no short reign. This can't be no bullshit. This has got to be like, yo, I'm taking on all comers, and we are setting a standard. And I think the beauty of it is that you come from a city that is deep in the lore of pro wrestling. So my thing for you is, as a fellow Houstonian, like, are you going to pose with like Platinum Grill? You going to go see Paul Wall to get you a personal Ashe Platinum Grill to pose with the belt?
Does Paul Wall, does he have a discount? Am I paying full price for that? Like,
you a champion. Why would you pay full price? You a champion.
Exactly. I'm like, if he willing
I
to give
feel
me
you.
the champion special, sure. Sure, why not? You know, but full price.
Hey,
is
Paul.
crazy.
Paul, she need a grill, shot.
Hey.
She need a grill. Hook up.
The people's champ needs to deliver to the people's champ.
Absolutely.
Mr. Paul, come on, man.
Oh man. I got one more D before we swing it back your way.
Yeah.
And it's basically about just the community at large, because I know for us as pro wrestling fans, we see so many different things go right and so many different things go wrong, right? And you've spoken about your setbacks. Like, there are so many people who have suffered injuries and then said, you know what, this ain't for me. But the fact you showed that perseverance to be like, nope, we getting right back on our horse, we getting back in the ring. And I think you could see that the outpouring of support and love from the rest of the community, like, that look like us, right?
Yeah.
Who've been with you, and they literally saw Ashe won, you versus Kiera Hogan. And then it said, like you said, full circle. It's like, oh no, we've been here for the journey. So what does it mean for you to like witness all your peers, fans, supporters, et cetera, basically take this in and also feel like they won too?
I was so surprised again. Oh my God, that whole night was just me being shocked. Everything was just about me being shocked. All my pictures are me just being either surprised, confused, shocked. That's a hot mess.
All the emotions.
All of it. I'm like, I have no cool shots from that night of like, yeah, I'm cool. Everything is just surprise, shock, confusion. I was shocked again. Like, I didn't know how many people were watching me. I didn't know how many people felt inspired by me. I didn't know anyone was even looking my way. And so after I won, I was very surprised to see the reception. And I was kind of like, oh, people are watching me. This is kind of crazy. But that also goes back to my imposter syndrome. Like, I deal with that so much, and not feeling like I am even good enough, or not feeling like I am even halfway decent at this thing called wrestling. Like, it always feels like I am kind of like one match away from being exposed as this bad wrestler, a bad talent. And so after I won, seeing people say, yo, like, this is great, you deserved it. I've been watching you since insert some match in 2021, or I've been watching you, or because of you, I came back to wrestling. Like, it's just like, what? Like, you guys have been, like, there's people who have been watching me and it's all positive. This is great. Surprising, but great. And so the community has been truly wonderful. I think it helps me with a lot of my confidence. Also, Darius has, I keep on going back to Darius, but I mean, he has helped me with that as well. And just like reminding me, like, every time I'm like, nah, I ain't it. It's not it. He's just like, you are it. Like, stop it. Like, you are it. And so just, I'm so grateful to have the community truly around me. My Texas people, the Texas boys down here who are just like, about time. It was treating no other person. Like, you know, that feeling of community who were just like, we can't wait to see you back down in Texas. It's amazing. And so I'm just so blessed to have everyone kind of support me and with my tag partner. And so just so lucky, and it feels nice. It feels extremely safe.
So I have a thing. I suffer from imposter syndrome as well, and I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like to not feel as though that you're worthy of things. But I'm going to give you your flowers right now and share with you. You're the first Ashe Women's Champion. You're also what you said earlier about you coming back from an ACL, a torn ACL. I also have come back from a torn ACL, and I know the work that it takes to get there. I'm not in the ring. You are. And for you to come back and get in the ring and win that title, I'm giving you your flowers right now. Don't ever learn how to receive. Receive it and take it. And it's not as easy. I understand it.
It's
I
not.
understand it. But when you learn how to do it and create a habit of it, you're going to be fine. And I'm glad that Darius and you got people around you that are reminding you of who you are.
Yeah.
So you're fine. You're fine. You're human.
Thank
so
you.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much.
So if you watch the show before, you know that he's pretty much the one with the coof. I'm the one that tells the truth and say the silly shit. But it's a segue into my next question. I know you traveled the road a couple times. You know, different shows, this, that, and the other. Now, if you will, please share if you can. Don't share if you don't have to. What is the craziest road, like, thing on the road that you've experienced?
Every time I am forced to think of, or like I'm made to think of a crazy road story, I never remember any of them. If I'm just kind of chatting with people, I remember all of it. Now I'm like, okay, say something now. I'm like, I don't remember any of it. The only thing I can that comes to mind is during my tag time with Danny B, and how I think it was our last show with the NWA, and how we almost missed our flight because we woke up at the boarding time at the hotel. And
been there before.
Just like, did you not set an alarm? And I was like, did you not set an alarm? And she was like, apparently not. Let's get up. And so we got up, raced out to the Uber. The Uber driver could not find the airport in his own city. So I was like, oh my God, just use the GPS. It's on the phone. I don't know. It was the most frustrating time. And then we got to the airport. Thankfully, the TSA was pretty empty, but it was the longest walk or stretch from TSA to the gate for at least 10 minutes. And we have like about a good maybe 5 left. We are hauling ass down there. I am in slide, so I can't even run. That's probably the one that comes to mind right now. But just that experience of waking up and being like, we are going to miss our flights back home. And that's crazy.
What city were you guys in?
Was it Nashville, maybe? Probably Tennessee area. I want to say that. Or probably Florida. Either one of those. Because the NWA runs there. Either Florida or Tennessee. So probably one of those, I think.
Yeah, I, as a man who travels a lot, there are numerous airport horror stories. Nah, brother, I remember Thanksgiving. I was supposed to fly back to Connecticut because at the time I was living in Connecticut, but I visited family in Houston, and I officiated my cousin's wedding reception. The wedding reception, indeed, you will know this. This was the same night as Georgia versus Georgia Tech going 8 overtimes.
Yeah.
So I went to sleep at like midnight. My flight was at 4 in the morning. I'm thinking, all right, cool. You take a little quick nap. Airport only 25 minutes away. You straight.
Nap never good.
I woke up at 5:35 and I was like, I've never missed a flight. I'm in a full-blown sweat, panic, everything. I'm like, oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. It's not good. It's not good at all. Nope. 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 Luckily, Southwest was willing to pull me on a later flight. But then that also meant I had to deal with a terrible Uber driver who had me, once I landed in Connecticut, had me darn near going to the ESPN campus as opposed to going to my house.
Well,
the Uber
I
driver.
mean, you made it home.
Hey.
The Uber driver.
That's half the battle because you got to wait for the Uber driver to get to you. You got to get there and hopefully they know where the heck they're going, because you got some Uber drivers that have the whole GPS from the Uber app and they don't even follow it. They take their own ways.
And mind you, Miss King, he's been to my house in Connecticut, so he know how to get there.
It's like 5-10 minutes away. It's easy.
It's exactly 5 minutes away from the airport. So it was bad. It was bad. So although we can't pick and choose our Uber drivers when we get them to an extent, we can't. You have cut your teeth all over the state of Texas versus the likes of Thomas Braxton, Huyen, your former tag team partner, Danny B, to which I had a crazy Falls County Anywhere match for New Texas Pro last year. I will say that much.
Yeah.
Of those women, or just the women in the state and period, what matches do you believe kind of made you feel like, okay, I can actually do this pro wrestling shit and I don't need nobody saying otherwise?
Wow. I think a few of them come to mind. I'll say recently, not in Texas, so no tea, no shade, but recently I'll say my match against Jordan Blade at AEW 10. So the qualifying match before the finals, that just wrestling her made me feel like maybe I'm not bad at this. Maybe my imposter syndrome is kind of lying to me. And I loved her. I loved everything about her. And that night, the feedback that we got from the veterans in the back, and that night just made me feel like maybe I could actually do this. So I think for sure recently I have to give it up to a Jordan Blade. There's something about me and her in the ring that was just first time touching ever, and it felt like a dance. It felt like me and her had just known each other for so long, and it felt quite wonderful. I think before her, someone who I think I've honestly wrestled her so many times, the Pervert Vixen. She's one where every time I go in the ring with her, I'm like, maybe I ain't that bad at this. She also has the way of kind of challenging me in my matches and in the way I put some of these matches kind of together. So I like to give her my tip that every time I go in the ring with her, she finds a way of making me feel like maybe I ain't too bad at this. And then I think for my number one, it's always gonna be Danny B. She is every time because we used to be opponents before we became tag team partners, but every time I wrestled her as an opponent, I just felt like I could do this every single day. There's just something about me and her, the first time we ever just touched, it was just magic. And so I think she's going to be my all-time forever and ever and ever. She'll be my all-time singles opponent. And so I will say her as well. So yeah.
Ooh.
That's a list.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So hold on real quick though. So in the future, who you got on your dream list?
Man, I just made a list of that too. So
is this an exclusive? Are we getting an exclusive right now?
You ain't getting my whole list.
we just need a couple. We don't need everybody.
We'll take the cliff notes.
Take it. It might be the people on this shirt because I got Bianca, I got Jade, I got Naomi, I got Mercedes up here, I got your
Hey.
favorite. I got Jazz, you know what I'm saying,
Ooh,
right here.
yeah.
So, and Jacqueline.
Please don't expose yourself, sir.
Oh, I'm not going to. This is just me showing off a 2DopeMarks merch, showing love to Black women wrestlers. That's what this is. We'll keep it. We'll keep it PG. We got sponsors we want to get in the future.
Exactly. I think for me right now, I think the people I have my eyes on right now that I want to wrestle is, and I've always wanted to wrestle these people for a while, are Masha Slamovich. I want to wrestle her so badly. I want to wrestle Danny Luna. I want to also wrestle again Jordan Blade again. I think there's so much that we learned from the first match that we can implement now and just completely blow it out the water. I want to wrestle also Riho from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been itching to touch her.
I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Also Maggie Lee as well. I haven't wrestled Maya World in a singles match in a long time.
For the state
So
of
I'd
Texas,
like
we
to.
need that. That's
I
Houston
would
versus
like
Dallas.
to.
We need
I would
that.
like to
Look,
revisit
I
that
might need
as
to hop on a
well.
flight.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then I think lastly, and this is not to end off my list by no means, but just to avoid like having to name off 16,000 girls, I think someone new who I've honestly really enjoyed seeing her wrestle is also Leah Knight. She's North Carolina black girl.
Yeah.
She's someone new that I'd like to, kind of have some fun with as well in the ring. Also Billy Starks. Okay, I'm done. Also Willow Nightingale. All right, let's
Okay.
go ahead and wrap up the name drop.
You just try to cut us off. I mean, come on.
I mean, to be honest, I would love to wrestle all those women and defend my title. Also, Jocelyn Navarro, she's one.
Just put Charity King
that
against
match.
the world.
That needs to be a shirt, D. We gonna get that one away for free.
That's it right
Charity King versus the world, basically, and I will defend my Ashe title with each and every single one of them against each and every single one of them. So Charity King versus the world, basically.
Look, as we learned at Ashe 10 and Ashe 11, it's a long list of women back there, and it's like, she champ. All right, I got it. Heck, Alexis Little was one of them. Like
Alexis,
we just don't.
She be talking a lot of hot stuff. She be talking a lot of shit, but she need to be careful about that Savannah. Be careful about Savannah. I think she done pissed her off, but I ain't gonna. I would just love to see Savannah whoop her. That's all. Cause man, she got a mouth on her. Anyway,
I mean,
Alexis.
That's Kentucky born and bred. That's like good bourbon. When you get to going, they get to going. Oh my gosh! Again, Miss King,
I'm just gonna watch.
Go ahead, D.
I'm here for all of
it. You here for the chaos? That's what you here for.
Yes, that's it.
He said, "I'm just here to watch the drama." That's all.
Absolutely.
That man said, "My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it."
Okay.
Listen, I choose violence, and I like it.
This guy. This guy.
That's it.
This guy. So, Miss King, my last question for you is: a lot of people who come up through Texas wrestling, right? It's like they go to reality wrestling, they train under Booker T, because again, that's home for a lot of people, right? 2-time Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever do it. And for you, I just want to know, like, what was your experience like jumping in the ring for the first time, training, getting ready to say, okay, let me step out into the world? Like, what was that like? Because I know we've spoken about imposter syndrome and countering it, but there's nothing quite like being like a deer in the headlights and saying, oh, I'm about to do this for real. Okay, who do I go to? Where do I who do I learn from, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, I have been watching it obviously since I was a kid, but I stopped watching it like most people when they get to that teen years, they fall off a little bit. It's not cool anymore with your friend group, even though you think it's cool, but because like with your friend group, you stop watching it. And so I remember coming back to it in college, just kind of in my dorm room, kind of bored, just channel surfing. And then I see it again, Raw, and it was John Cena on there. He had changed at that point because I stopped watching him around the time he was the rapper gimmick, and by this time he had
Mm.
the colorful thing, and he was like, all for the kids and stuff. And so I got back onto it, and that made me look up how to become a wrestler, because I mean I've always wanted to be, and I looked it up, and sure enough, Booker T school was on the list, and he was an hour
Oh
away
wow.
from me,
Okay.
and I
Okay.
was like, oh, so it's happening here. And from there, I discovered that there was an indie scene, because I did not know an indie scene existed. And so I started off as at his school, and I learned all my basics and stuff like that. And then I think about 2 years in, I left his school, and started to just travel to other schools. And I was driving about like 3 hours to San Antonio one way just to get trained.
Wow.
Yeah, me and Danny, I don't know what kind of drug we were on, but if you told me now to drive 6 hours to train somewhere 2 to 3 days a week, I'd be like, for a contract. But we were doing it out of strength,
Wow.
just to like, just because it was fun and because we had a passion for it. And so I left his school after about 2 years and started traveling, and then I landed landed at New Texas. But to answer your question, um, it was very scary, to be honest. I was not good at it at all. Like, no parts of it, I was not good at it. And I think that also doesn't help my imposter syndrome now, because even the basics didn't come easy to me. So I'm like, if the basics didn't come easy to me, then maybe the things I'm doing in the ring aren't that good either. Like, it just all adds up. But I think in the end, I just needed people who were very patient with slow learners, to be
Mhm.
honest. I needed people who were like, as long as you keep coming, I'll train you. And at Booker T school, Gino Medina, he was one of those people,
Latin
who was
heartthrob,
like,
yeah.
yeah, Lion Heartthrob, yeah. He was one of those trainers there who was extremely tough, very tough. But if you kept showing up, he'll train you. And so I just needed someone like that, someone who didn't put a time limit on like when you should have these things done, or when you should have this mastered. And because I was not following any of those time limits, I was taking forever to learn things.
Mhm.
And so after I was done, I kind of felt like, okay, well, I don't think I'm going to be used in any capacity here anymore. So I started to travel to get trained elsewhere, and met some other very patient trainers who were just like, as long as you keep showing up, we'll train you. And they also helped me grow my confidence as well. And then obviously I got injured, but first time training was hard. It was hard, very scary, hard, but here I am now, right? I'll shave Women's champion.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to him.
So,
Talk to
hey,
him.
Talk to him.
hey, anyone can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, hey, it's all
Yeah.
good. All the journey
Oh my,
makes for an amazing book about a
yes
good
indeed.
15, 20 years later from now. So,
Yeah, yes
all a
indeed.
good
Because you
book.
got more, you got more heights to reach, more plateaus to set, and more people
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
inspire.
yeah.
Charity King, the inaugural, first and forever, first Ashe Women's World Champion, joins us here on the 2DopeMarks. So, again, you have anything you want to plug, anything you want to share with the audience, madam?
Man, follow me on all my socials at the Charity King. Ashe is coming up October the 18th. Darius, you're gonna kill me. If that's not the date, give me 1 second. Because he's gonna be like, girl,
It
I'm gonna
is.
it
help you
is
out.
the 18th.
It is.
Ah!
It is October the 18th at
Darius
Slingshot.
cannot kill me. I
Get
got
your
it right.
tickets now.
I got it right. I'll be at Ashe October the 18th. So get your tickets. Also buy the replica belt so that me and you can stunt at the show together in our Ashe women's titles. So please, please, please. And I'm excited. I'm excited to be there. I'm excited to see who my opponent is going to be October 18th. And so let's get this show on the road, man. Let's get these title defenses happening. Let's honestly put on the greatest Ashe championship run it'll ever see. Even after I'm done with
Mhm.
it, ain't nobody gonna be able to touch it. So let's do that.
Amen and amen. We
Amen.
typically end our show with our good friend D saying something nice to the people. So D, say something nice to the people.
Hail the king.
All Hail the King. Charity King, we thank you so much for stepping into 2DopeMarks Arena, and we'll see you on the 18th.
Woo! See you guys. Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What up, though?
So yeah, what up though? We back. So that was our chat with the one and only Charity King, the inaugural first and forever first Ashe Women's Champion. That was a fun conversation, man. It was a very, very fun conversation.
Yeah, it was. We just touched on a whole bunch of stuff, even the imposter syndrome. That's a big thing, man.
Dog, you never know you never know who's watching. You never know when it's time for you to like step up and like be who you're meant to be. And the fact that she's the first means, look, she laid down the gauntlet. You heard her.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, look, I can't wait to see for some reason she was like, I can't wait to see Alexis Littlefoot get
Hey
jumped.
yo. Hey yo.
And I was like, oh, okay.
I wasn't saying that. I want to pro.
I don't want no problems either. I just said, hey man, that's Kentucky for you. They get a little, let's say, when they feeling something, they feeling type of way, they'll let you know about it. You feel me? Yeah. But again, thanks so much to Charity King for joining us. Ashe returns October the 18th, which is a Saturday, at Slingshot. Tickets are available now. And speaking of punching tickets, TNA finally did the thing. We said last week after homecoming, we were like, yo, so is TNA gonna get off the Twitter fingers and actually get in the field? And brother, did they get in the field Tuesday night? They waited until
popped out and show niggas.
Hey, they waited until the very end of the Trick Williams Obafemi match, which everybody knew was not going to have a clean finish. I don't care who you are, that would have a clean finish. And D, a whole lot of fisticuffs, a whole lot of jumping. You see, Ricky Saints wasn't trying to care nothing about any of that. He was his eyes on the NXT title.
Man, before I touch on that, I wanted to see Tasha Steelz beat somebody's ass. I was looking for. I was sitting there zooming in, pausing, and some more shit.
Hey, you saw when we put the clip out from last week. Who said, "Oh, y'all know mother for real?"
Yeah. I was trying to see some ass one. But going back to that, like, what the hell was Obafemi doing while everybody else was wrecking? How did you say fuck that? I'm gonna go. He sniffed his belt out like somebody was staring at him. Like, what we doing?
I mean,
it was like the junkyard dope. Like, what was that?
I'll put it to you like this. You know good and darn well, Obafemi is the Hulk of this Infinity War, so to speak. And I don't mean like Thanos come through in 2 pieces in 1 quick time. He's out the joint. I'm talking about like Planet Hulk. Like, you know, if he in the building, ain't like it's gonna take 12 of them TNA dudes to try to take him down.
And my man Ricky Saints just pivoting through brawls, this, that, and the other, make his way through the belt. My man, I feel you, but goddamn.
All I know is I don't think this is gonna have any bearing on what happens at No Mercy. This really has the bearing for Bound for Glory or whatever NXT PLE is coming up after that, right? Because there's enough for War Games. I'm sorry. I said it last week. I'm gonna say it again. There's enough going on that we can get a War Games between these two companies. I don't know who's gonna be the 5 on 5.
Real quick. Who would you pick for TNA and who would you pick for NXT?
TNA, give me Moose, give me Matt Cardona, give me Nick Nemeth. Give me Joe Hendry. And give me Mike Santana.
Fair. Okay.
For NXT, I will take Trick Williams.
Okay.
I will take. I mean, I would like to take Obafemi for this, but I think that's overkill. So give me Javon Evans.
Got 3 more.
You can give me. I wouldn't say you give me Ethan Page, but you can give me Miles Bourne. No, because you need
Okay.
that one cat that's gonna make a name for himself. So give me Miles Bourne in there.
Okay.
The last two, I would say give me. So I said Javon already, so let me think.
Mm-hmm. I did this on purpose.
I know you did. Give me Jasper Troy
Okay.
at number 4. And then number 5, give me Tony D'Angelo because you need somebody who's a vet of War Games to be in that match.
Fair.
Okay.
Good job, sir. Good
Thank
job.
you. Thank you.
Good job. On the spot. Okay.
All right.
It's kind of hard when you make your decisions on that question because you didn't name Ricky Saints, you didn't name Obafemi because they are fighting at No Mercy. But what happens if Obafemi actually retains the title? So if he retains the title, then you have no choice but to put him in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you put Trick Williams in there, and Trick Williams is already TNA champion, and then you got
Mind you, this is after Bound for Glory. So I'm saying
that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm saying Mike Santana's gonna win that title at Bound for Glory.
You think so?
Think so.
I don't think so yet.
I think so. But continue. I don't mean to interrupt. Continue.
No, I mean, yeah, if I had to do it, TNA, Mike Santana, I wouldn't even put Joe Hendry in there because Joe Hendry gonna go on the other side. We already know what's about to happen.
And he gonna get his ass jumped.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt Cardona. Let me see. Let's go with Mustafa Ali.
See, I literally was thinking about that because you know, in this modern age of War Games, you need somebody to do some flippy shit.
Yeah. Let's go with Big Sid.
Let me not disparage by calling it flippy shit. High flyers, people who are going to give you the spot of the night.
Yeah, flippy shit. All right. So
see, here you go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go with Big Sid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with my man, Big AJ.
Francis.
Yeah.
Francis. Okay.
Why not?
You putting Francis in a War Games doing full well, he's still Team Trick Williams regardless. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. You do Joe Hendry, you do Trick Williams, you do Javon Evans, you do Femi, and just to be interested, let's do a Ricky Saints and see how they move.
Okay.
But I like that Miles. I like that Miles Bourne idea though.
Yeah. Again, you don't need somebody who is going to make noise in that type of situation. And I think Miles Bourne can definitely do that. But now that we have that kind of laid out the way, we got to go to No Mercy, man. That's the next PLE coming up this weekend, which feels absurd at how many major events we're getting back to back to back because we had All Out in WrestlePalooza last Saturday. Speaking of All Out, really quickly, do you think if Edge, with this whole rumor of Edge, you know, taking some time off and taking some time away, if he shows up as one of John Cena's last opponents, like that's actually like an actual cool truce, if you will, by the Khans, Nick and Anthony?
At this point, nothing amazes me. Nothing surprises me. But if you ask me, like just logically, no, I don't think that happens. So for me, Cena has went through everybody in his greatest hits. Brock Lesnar, he's going against AJ Styles, Randy Orton. Only person that he hasn't gone against because he retired is JBL or the Big Show. So Edge is the only one actively that he should go against. What that looks like from a business standpoint, I don't fucking know. Would I like to see it? Hell yeah. But I don't think it happens.
Okay. Again, I the way
and I like to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong. Look, please do.
Always prove me wrong in pro wrestling. Always prove me wrong in pro wrestling. I hate when I get shit like straight clean sheet. I know exactly what's going on. I hate it. But if that were to occur, I think that's the biggest story of the year.
Yeah.
Not the fact that John Cena is retiring. We knew that going into last summer he was going to retire. But the fact that AEW and WWE worked it out to where
For one match.
For one match, you get Edge versus John Cena, because you already seen them dudes paying homage to one another this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, it would be cool to see. I doubt it happens, but it'd be cool to see. Speaking of cool, No Mercy is this weekend. You got a 6-match card, which is kind of a Shawn Michaels staple with his era of NXT. You got JC Jane with Fallon Henley versus Lola Vice for the NXT Women's Championship. You got Sol Ruka versus Lainey Reed for the Speed Championship. First time the Speed title is being defended on a WWE PLE, whether NXT or main roster. You got Obafemi versus Ricky Saints in the main event for the NXT Championship. Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights for the NXT North American Championship. Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe running it back in a weaponized steel cage. And Javon Evans versus Josh Briggs in a singles match. I'm going to let you know this. That's a pretty solid ass card.
Oh, it is.
Pretty solid. Fatal Influence is now a 2-woman group with Jasmine Nix announcing her departure from WWE.
Yo, 60K is insane.
Given how she was being booked and given the work that she had to do, you could have bumped it up a little bit. You could have bumped it up a little bit. Like, dang, that's
60K is
you,
crazy.
Again, that's you not believing in her as a long-term investment. You thinking that's okay.
That's Hot Pockets and Outback Wings.
In this economy, 60.
Yeah.
In this economy. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna say no more on this subject. I'm gonna keep look. Money things is money things.
Fair.
Money things is money things. Okay.
Fair.
Okay. Cool. Wind it back. All right, cool. Who you got between JC Jane and Lola Vice?
They put too much smoke behind Lola. Lola gonna beat her.
You know, they gave the vignettes, gave the promo. JC getting cornered. I still think JC Jane takes this. I don't know who is going to dethrone her. I hope it is Jada Parker, Last Legend, but we shall see. I know I can see your face. I can see your face, and I'm trust me. Yeah. I got you. I hear you. I hear you. I see you. I'm just saying, give it time. It's gonna happen. As CeeLo once said, in due time. Next up, Sol Ruka versus Lainey Reed. There's no reason why Sol Ruka loses this belt, right?
At all.
Thought so. Okay, we're in agreement there. Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights is not a submission match. It's a straight up match for the North American title. I like Ethan Page to retain.
Ego.
Like Tavion Heights becoming a luchador, a black luchador. Like I used to think of one of my WWE 2K characters. Used to call him Senior Nearfall. And he would never get to 3. He'd always get to a 2 count.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I just have creativity, man. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's crazy.
Salute to Senior Nearfall. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna upload him to Community Creations.
Senior Nearfall.
Okay. Josh Briggs versus Javon Evans. I think Javon gets this, but I feel like they pushing Josh Briggs a certain type of way. So I think I'm gonna lean Josh Briggs.
Yeah, Javon gonna take the bullet.
Yeah, he is, and then he'll get rewarded sometime down the road for it. I believe that. The 2 matches that are the most intriguing: Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe in a weaponized steel cage. That's first. Given how this feud has taken off, and even for a belt, this is over. It's just like, I don't like you, you don't like me. I think Jordan Grace gets the upper hand in this weaponized steel cage. I think she gets her lick back.
Yeah, I agree. Joe Grace.
I think she gets her lick back, and basically now we're down to I've won 1, you won 1. How are we gonna settle this?
Yeah.
To which
Joe Grace.
Yeah. To now the main event, Obafemi, Ricky Saints. We said when Ricky Saints debuted earlier this year that he was likely to be NXT champion. Now, given the fact that Obafemi is nearing that dominant, that unstoppable, dominable champion, the likes of, say, Adam Cole was in NXT, the likes of Keith Lee in NXT, even carrying across the first go around. Even Tommaso Ciampa before his neck got hurt. He become a one in the ones. Do you end the reign of the ruler and hand it to the Revolution?
I'm not doing with New Orleans Drake. Should have done with Devon Evans. But I'm not surprised if it happened. Honestly, I think it'll be Ricky Saints. At the same time, it goes back to what I said a couple weeks ago. He's getting to that point where I want to see what he looks like without the title and see what storylines he goes with that. See if he can perform without a title. The real ones perform without a title. So I'm gonna go with Ricky Saints.
You know, I was sitting around thinking about this. I don't want the ruler to end, mainly because the ruler's starting to get that Roman Reigns love, in a sense, and that women who do not even watch wrestling on a traditional basis,
yes,
are starting to find that dude,
yes,
and be a little hot for the ruler. I think we can extend this run one more month at least. One more.
All right, man.
One more month.
I need that man to be versatile.
I do too, because basically he's Nigerian Gunther.
Except he hasn't lost yet.
That is true. But we got to see what Oba's like without the belt. But I don't think it's happening just yet. I got him winning.
If they take the title off of him, I feel like it has to be something. It has to be honestly something, an event where stand and deliver. Or because his reign has been so monumental, you can't take it off at No Mercy. You know what I mean? Or you can't take it off on a Tuesday night.
Right. But I mean, I thought the same with Carmelo Hayes' run. And you saw Dragunov took that off of him.
Fair. That's fair.
Dang, we never got Mad Dragon versus Oba, did we?
No.
Something to consider.
He should be back soon.
He should be back soon. But my thing for Oba is this: either he's gonna end the year being John Cena's last opponent, or he's carrying that belt to stand and deliver, and he's gonna be a person who has held the NXT title for well over a calendar year.
John Cena's last opponent is gonna be Jelly Roll. Next subject.
Move the fuck on, man. Move the fuck on.
All right.
Thank you. Finally, not to be disrespectful, like that shit was John Cena versus Jelly Roll. Look, man, we already had John Cena and Logan Paul share the ring in 2 separate variances. All right.
Hey, listen, Logan Paul ain't fuck it up.
Yeah,
I can't stand the mother. I can't stand the dude, but yeah, no.
Anyway, the big announcement from Tony Khan last night was the fact that AEW are set to have women's tag team titles. This is after the shocking news of the weekend with our dear Tony Storm being timeless, yes, but no longer being the AEW Women's World Champion, because that's now Chris Statlander. And Chris Statlander turned down the Death Riders and took Haley Cameron in tow, right? By the way, here's my issue. Again, this is a thing I have with AEW. So Jon Moxley and Darby Allin had a coffin match Saturday, right? Jon Moxley won the match because of the bastard Pac. Darby Allin then sets Jon Moxley on fire. Put that man in a body bag and set him on fire. And you mean to tell me that you couldn't even sell being set on fire for 4 goddamn days?
Kayfabe is still a thing. I got nothing. That's the only thing I can say. That's the only thing I can say. I don't
got set on fire. Mind you, the pay-per-view did what the pay-per-view is supposed to do, right? You got your car crash matches, you got ladder matches, you got the reunion of Jurassic Express, you got Hangman Adam Page and Kyle Fletcher having a heater for the AEW World Championship, and you got basically the tease of what's going to be one of my favorite matches of the year, which is Okada versus Takeshita. It did what an AEW pay-per-view always does, which is we're going to deliver on the graps. We're going to deliver on this wrestling. Cool. Perfect. But the fact that we now have women's tag team championships in AEW, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. And I think for some damn reason, Willow Nightingale is going to be the first ones to hold them belts.
You think so?
Think so.
With
Either
who?
that is to be determined. Because it would have been Chris Statlander, but now they went from friends to super frenemies.
I would if I had to guess. Let's reunite Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm.
Okay, we can do that. You could also go Athena and Billy Starks.
Yeah. Pretty much Mercedes said, "Who want to be my partner?"
True, but you know what? All right, I think I have my choice. I thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's Megan Bayne and whoever teams up with Megan Bayne.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if it were Megan Bayne and the shorty from Germany that wrestled in that 4-way match.
Oh yeah.
Cancel Christmas, dog. Like that. They're your tag team champions.
That's the natural disasters right there.
Infinity. Okay. Also, programming note, quick fast. Ronald Guzman, my apologies for like kicking you. But you spamming them comments, my boy. I'm sorry. You spamming the comments a little too hard. Like we got it the first time. Sorry. As you pull up, that's hilarious.
Y'all thought I was the bad one.
I wasn't even trying to ban, dude. Like, I appreciate him pulling up. I appreciate him supporting, but that man hit that Triple H is shit. He commented 17 times in a row. I was like, dang, dog.
I'm like, officially the nice one.
I'm like, damn, tell us how you really feel. Sheesh. But again, I think this is a good thing for AEW. I do. I think them having women's tag titles is dope. If they can just figure out a way to book around the women where it does not have to involve a title. This is the exact same issue that WWE was going through.
That's where I was going.
Mm-hmm. But you can see they starting to get there.
Yeah, you put these titles on these females and you don't do shit with them. You don't do a fucking thing with them. It'd be an individual match with such and such, and then they're not on a major PLE. They're not even on a bad PLE. They're just sitting there. And so I hope that they do better. I seriously hope.
I ain't mean to ban that dude. Meek. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to ban him.
Your brother ass.
I ain't mean to do it. But yes, you are 1,000% correct. I think when you have something like this, you have something like you become the first. This is one of the times where like I look at AEW and I'm telling them flat out, do not make the same mistake that your competition made.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make it.
Let's do not. You got your job, I got my job. They're the experts, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I mean, you got with them, you have the talent in CMLL. You have the Ring of Honor, the folks in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they do the right thing and try to promote these women. because they got to compete now. Because between WWE and TNA, that's the best collective women's roster in wrestling today. So now you got to compete. Let's see what Tony do with it.
Yeah, let's see indeed. Let's see indeed. But you know what competition also brings out a lot of times? It brings out statements you got to make because people be tripping. People be on that bullshit. And if you're a Rams fan, you could be on that bullshit too. You was on that bullshit for the first half of that game on Sunday. And also if you are, somebody who roots for the Jacksonville Jaguars and laughed at the demise of my Houston Texans, you are guilty of doing this one particular thing. Indeed, tell them what it is. Hey. That's right. You're a hater. But it's time for Hater/Hero of the Week, the segment where me and D basically, we take the gloves off a little bit. We kind of decompress. We kind of get into some things that may not even be pro wrestling related. We get into like some real life things. And hey, some people be out there just fucking up. It is what it is. You got to call it out. So, D, because I have a list, I'll let you go first.
This motherfucker got a list. God,
it's brief.
Damn, who pissed you off this week, brother? You got one for every day this week?
It's brief. No, I ain't got four. If you're trying to ask me if I got one for every day of the week. But.
Shit. Okay. I only got one. So you know that dude that used to play quarterback for the Chargers and Purdue and the Saints, they got the little birthmark, got the like somebody shit on his face or something like that. Drew Brees. That's my hater of the week. Bro, you talking about the Eagles offense is boring. Yo, if that's your first take, if that's your first initial take, we're working. He worked for the ESPN, the worldwide. And is that who he worked for now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if that's who you are, your take is ash, and you're never going to have a job after that. I need you to get your weight up with that one, because Jeff Saturday destroyed you. You have one Super Bowl, my dog, and I gotta do my Sami Zayn, my dog. Like you have one Super Bowl. Jalen's been to more than you have and has won. Don't disrespect my people like that. And I'll be fair. People think that I'm just the Eagles homer. Like, all right, I am and B will tell you, I'm a real football fan. Like, I'll tell you when we ask, I'll tell you we be some shit. But Drew Brees, if that's your first take on ESPN, you ain't gonna have no career. The Piggly Wiggly calling you as a cashier, bro. Like, what we doing?
Not the
like let's be real. Our offense is boring. It's not boring. We do what we got to do to win. As a fan, as a football, as a fan, and of the game, he got me rambling and shit now. Like, pissed me off, got me hot and shit. I don't know if it's a crown or that, but like that dude pretty much is not speaking on football knowledge. He's strictly speaking on what's going to get the first hot take, and that comment wasn't it. If it's boring, cool. That's fine. You got plenty of teams that just run the ball and win. You have plenty of teams that just play defense. Look at the 2000 Ravens. Trent Dilfer was the quarterback, and they just ran Jamal Lewis into the ground. Like, what does that even mean? So with that being said, Drew Brees is my hater of the week. I could have got paid. I could have got some money for saying that shit.
See, the thing about the Eagles in the offense, were you calling the Eagles offense boring when they beat the shit out of the Giants last year? Did you call the Eagles offense boring when they beat the shit out of the Bengals? When you basically shrink the Eagles offense to, they just do the tush push, you're not really watching the game. And so, because again, I said I had a list. D.
Bro, that's the Bible.
That is not a Bible. It is merely my list. So,
so that's Tommy's little black book. No, that's exactly. Martin's little black book.
That's Martin's little black book. It's Will Smith's little black book too. Numero 1 this week, Bruce Pearl. Good riddance.
Why is he the hater of the week?
Because Bruce Pearl is still blaming shit on Obama Obama ain't been president for dang near, almost 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Pearl, great football coach, and in my opinion, a very shitty human being.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. He's retiring from Auburn. He's gonna be an ambassador. I'll believe it when I see it. He also passed the damn head coaching duties down to his son Stephen, who last I checked has no head coaching experience nowhere. He just coached up under his daddy at Auburn. That's about as far as it goes.
No, he didn't.
So hey, all the people complain about nepotism. There it is, right there in your face. Do you feel a way about it now? Do you feel a way about it now? I will continue.
Bro, you have a whole book. That's crazy.
I will continue. Everybody who flat out said that, again, I'm collecting my thoughts here because I want to make sure I say this correctly. Everyone who flat out said that we have a comprehension problem in this country and a literacy problem in this country, you're not my hater of the week. You are people who said the right shit, because you mean to tell me that your big look over there right now is Tylenol? Tylenol? I got OBGYNs in my family who deal with pregnant women on the daily. And even they are fed up with this. Not to mention, you got people taking fake tweets from Tylenol and claiming that, that supports our argument.
Can't fix stupid.
Can't fix stupid. Thirdly, everybody who decides to pull up to a random college, shout out Tennessee State for handling business, and you ain't showing up to debate, you are showing up to agitate people in the whole guise of prove me wrong. You're not trying to be proven wrong. You're not trying to have an honest debate. You're trying to have a gotcha moment with phones in your face so you can go viral. So you can get a little hit of that nicotine, that
fix,
that little attention. Because again, nobody's out here. You're not coming to a college campus trying to actually have honest critique and honest debates about things. No, you're coming to have a viral moment. You know what you're doing. And I'm going to tell you this shit right here, right now. My humanity is not a fucking debate. My intelligence and the intelligence of people who like D, who like Meek, who like Jermaine, Megs, everybody here. There ain't no damn debate. That's not politics. That's not opinion. And if you want to side with that sort of logic, where that is a debate to you, brother, we can't be associates. We can't. So yeah, those three things are my hater of the week. And my hero of the week. My hero of the week is my boy Lambo. Enough said. Shout out to my man Rose Gold, Evan Rose, Devin Jacobs. My favorite tag team partner in the whole wide world. Salute to you, my brother. I miss you. And we'll be seeing each other again. And that is this week's episode of 2DopeMarks. We thank everybody for tuning in. We even thank the people who came in late. Our interview with Charity King goes live tomorrow on YouTube. If you missed it during the show tonight, it's on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. It's also part of the show when we go throw on demand, so you have it in your favorite podcast. You can get merch at the 2DopeMarks store. You can go to 2DopeMarks.com. Yeah, that's kind of new, right? Whole website. We building out the archive. You missed the episode, an interview, an easy way to get the merch, all at 2DopeMarks.com. Follow us on Twitter at 2DopeMarks. Follow us on Instagram at 2DopeMarks. Subscribe to the pod on YouTube. Keep the numbers growing up, because the numbers keep growing means we get to keep doing more dope shit. As always, thanks to Charity King, who pulled up for this week's episode. Next week is going to be a little bit of a fun one. Giving you that little small tease now. Before me and D head to a bit of a vacation. Not a vacation from the pod, but just a mental vacation.
Yeah.
And D, you got anything else you want to plug, man?
I'm gonna say something nice for the people.
All right, say something nice to the people then.
Love on your people. Telling you love them.
Absolutely. Loving your people. All hail the king. All hail Lambo. And we'll see y'all next week. I'll let you.